Warner Discovery is a company that doesn't understand that the reason why the body isn't functioning correctly is because something is wrong with the brain. We have to talk about David Zaslav's latest move and why I feel that the man may have lost his damn mind. Now look, before I get started, do your boy 3 major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's news. This article is coming from worldofreal.com. It is titled, David Zaslav wants Warner Brothers to focus on big IPs instead of filmmaker-driven projects. That's right. He wants to take the originality away from Warner Brothers. Think about that for a second now. All right, let's get into this thing here. Perhaps the most notable piece of information in a just published THR piece tackling Pam Abdy and Michael DeLuca's impeding Warner Brothers exit has boss David Zaslav giving up on original storytelling. Originality is about to be missing. All right. Source close to the situation says Zaslav wants to focus on big IPs versus the sort of filmmaker-driven fare that Abdy and DeLuca are known for. Stop it right there. Warner Brothers is known for being a filmmaker-driven company. What are you talking about? Do you even know the history, bro? Do you even know the history of Warner Brothers? Perhaps you don't. All right. He is also said to be unhappy with the amount of money the two are spending on these 9 IP projects. I mean, Barbie is what? Warner Brothers' highest grossing film of all time. If that film has what, $1.6 billion? Hold on here. Wait a minute. Let me go to boxofficemojo.com. Give me a second. All right. How much did Barbie make? Can't remember it off the top of my head. Barbie came out in 2023. It grossed $1.4 billion. Now, you may not know this, but Harry Potter didn't gross $1.4 billion. Yes, I am not adjusting for inflation, but The Dark Knight did not gross $1.4 billion. I believe the highest behind Barbie is Lord of the Rings at 1.2, 1.3, or maybe Lord of the Rings may be up there. Let's see. Lord of the Rings. Let's go. This man is crazy. Okay, we got the Return of the King, I believe, was the one that grossed over $1 billion. That's right. 1.1. The Hobbit is 1 billion. The second one was right under 1 billion. The Two Towers was 900 million. So Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy did a good job, didn't they? All right, let's go. All right. Allies say the two executives are consummate professionals and are resigned to the fact that their fate at Warner Brothers is uncertain amid a changing climate. Now, let me tell you something. Zaslav has been there for what, 4 years? And he has greenlit some projects. Down here, a few months ago, Bloomberg recently had a report describing Zaslav's love for amateur-driven films and how his infatuation for cinema might sadly and quite epically backfire on him in 2025. We're in 2025, right? It already has with Mickey 17 and Otto Knights. That's right. Think about that. He greenlit these 2 movies. Not Pam, not Mike. But are you on a hot seat, bro? Goes to show you that this boy doesn't know what to do. All right, let's go over here. Says he want to take away the filmmaker-driven projects from the company, which we can all understand you should, kind of hold back on it a lot. Certain situations do not need to be produced. Like Mickey 17, nobody was going to see that. I mean, come on. All right, here's a list of the Academy Awards that Warner Brothers has won. Casablanca, 1943. The Life of Emile Zola, 1937. My Fair Lady, 1964. Chariots of Fire, 1981. Driving Miss Daisy, 1989. Unforgiven, 1992. Argo, 2012. $1 Million Baby, 2004. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. That's just a few of them. Now, Lord of the Rings, that is a big IP solely because Peter Jackson established it as so. Right? He established that as a big IP. Yeah, we had the animated movie back in the days, but those films, right, that he brought to the table is the reason why we know about Lord of the Rings today. And a lot of people, my wife, she had no clue that the old Lord of the Rings animated film existed. She didn't even know. So what is this guy talking about? And if you go to Warner Brothers Discovery stock, it's at $10.24, minus 0.49%. I guess that's from yesterday, and down 4% today. This man has no clue how to run this company. He feels that he has an idea, and his idea is to cut back. You have to produce to make money. I mean, come on. Let me guess. You probably was mad at the Minecraft movie, right? Until you realized that it was tracking pretty good. Yes, Minecraft is tracking like at $80 to $90 million right now on the high end and $60 million on the low end. I guaranteed you he was upset when that film got greenlit. I promise you that. But now, in an act of desperation, you're trying to add 5 minutes of Superman to Minecraft because that is something that you greenlit. You're desperate, man, and you know it. Think about it like this. You ain't done nothing for the company since you've been there. Since you have been there 4 years. Talk about your success. If this were a football team, right, and he was the coach, he would be fired. Basketball, he would be fired. Baseball, you would be fired. Why? Because you had 4 years to get things right. And I know some people are going to say, well, dude, a lot of that has to do with things that was moving before you got there. As I told you before, I will always tell you this story. I became the head of the kitchen. It didn't matter if something was there the day before. It was my duty to understand exactly what I was working with. Personally, if I was in his shoes, the things that I did not like, I would have sold off to Netflix or Amazon Prime, some streaming service, Tubi, somebody. Look, Catch Up Entertainment is saving the damn Looney Tunes right now. That's right, they purchased the last Looney Tunes film that didn't make money at this very moment, but we got to see what goes on in the near future. And now they're buying that of Coyote versus Acme from Warner Brothers. And they will recuperate $50 million from the $70 million spent on that film's budget. So instead of canceling things, you should have been selling them off. You get what I'm saying here? What was the harm if Batgirl was playing on Netflix? None. None whatsoever. But here it is. You believe that you can fix this company. But in reality, you have no clue how damaged the damn Warner Brothers brand is. They have burnt every fan known to all of the IPs that they own. Harry Potter, what else? DC, everything. Everything is burnt up with Warner Brothers. And here it is. You're talking about taking away the filmmaker's power. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means that David Zaslav could come on a set and change a film and outright cancel it. Tell me, how is that mentality any different for what we got with that of the old regime? In the old regime, nothing. Nothing.